Disclaimer, I pronounce melee as melee in this video. Super Smash Bros. Is the type of game that always lives up to the hype. I've played every single Smash Bros. Game, and I've honestly loved all of them, yes, even Brawl. But the past few years, my interest in consistently playing the game has decreased. By that I mean total play hours that I've spent with the game for the entirety that I have owned it. I must have logged well over 300 hours with Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and Brawl individually. I never owned a Wii U, but I did play it at my friend's house and he had Smash for Wii U. One thing that had disappointed me with the past 2 to 3 entries in the series, and a lot of people may not agree with me, but that disappointment is related to the lack of single-player content. Now, I'm sure everybody is tired of hearing a Nintendo fan complain right now. Even I am tired of hearing the complaints, and I'm one of those people that complain. And Masahiro Sakurai has been working his ass off on Smash Ultimate. He's one of the hardest working people in the gaming industry right now, and for that I have an endless amount of respect for him in the Smash Bros. Series. However, I have been kind of disappointed with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now hold up before anyone gets angry. The amount of diverse characters that are included from multiple video game franchises, 10 out of 10. Graphics, gameplay, fighting mechanics, 10 out of 10. Awesome DLC content, 10 out of 10. I could keep going on and on and on. Online play, probably 7 out of 10. But there's one thing missing for me. That thing is what made me play the hell out of Smash 64, Melee, and Brawl. And that is single player content. I miss Target Smash, Board the Platform, event matches, All-Star Mode, etc. It felt like there was always things to do when playing Smash by yourself. And, shocker, I mainly play it by myself. My brother and sister didn't like playing with me because I was too good and beat them every single time we played. And you may be thinking, oh, you must be pretty good online, huh? Fuck! Shit! Come on! No. I'm just mainly kind of good. But back to the point. I always ended up playing by myself, and I was honestly okay with that. There wasn't a whole lot to do in Smash 64, but holy shit, the amount of single player content in Melee and Brawl was absolutely insane. I never got bored with those games. But Ultimate has lost my interest very quickly. I've beaten Classic Mode with all the characters, beat Spirit Mode, tried out Home Run Contest and multi-man melee fights, got tired of that pretty quickly. My main issue with the single player mode is that the course is the same for one specific fighter. By that I mean each fighter has their own specific course they have to take and they face the same fighters every time. Granted, there are over 70 characters, so there are 70 different versions of Classic Mode, but I honestly love the randomized characters and stages you had with Melee's Classic Mode. I thought that was way more interesting and added way more variety with every fighter, especially if you're the same fighter every time. There was also Adventure Mode, which every level was the same for every single character, but they added certain levels that were not stages you could play on, like the first level in Mushroom Kingdom or the racing level for F-Zero. That kept it interesting enough to try it out with each character for me. The event matches in Melee kept me engaged because 1, they added this brief description at the bottom explaining what was happening, kind of like a side mission in the Nintendo universe, and 2, you could win awesome trophies, unlock characters and stages if you wanted to. They also got super challenging at the end. All-Star Mode included a randomized sequence of fighting all Melee fighters in a random order. You would fight every single fighter, and every fight would be slightly more difficult than the last. You start off by fighting against one opponent, then ending with basically a team of 3 against you. The final level is facing off against 25 Mr. Game & Watches. The twist here is that you only get 1 life to fight all of these characters. You also get 3 heart containers to clear your percentage down to 0. However, if you die, you can either continue by spending coins, or you'll have to start all over again. Once you complete this mode, you can get a different style trophy of each fighter, usually showing the fighter's color alternate and describing the fighter's special B moves in the description. This is very similar to Adventure Mode, where you can get a different style trophy for each fighter that you completed with that mode as well. And all of this was just Melee. That was just Melee. That's not even counting Subspace Emissary for Brawl, and God, do not make me go there. Okay, I'll go there. Subspace Emissary was an absolute masterpiece, especially to 11-year-old me. Seeing these amazing cutscenes that included almost all of the fighters from the Smash Bros. Series gave me goosebumps. You could also unlock characters in Subspace Emissary. I honestly loved this completely unique side-scrolling adventure fighting mode. The areas you were fighting in were unique to the Smash Bros. Series. They weren't a series of stages that were already included in the game like Ultimate Spirits mode. They also had unique enemies that only appeared in Subspace Emissary. While Ultimate's enemies or opponents were characters that are already playable, again there are over 70, so I don't blame them, Along with Subspace Emissary, Brawl also had random classic mode, all-star mode, event matches, a trophy hunt minigame, and much more. Again, so much single player content for a loner gamer like myself. It kept me entertained for years. Smash for Wii U, I have mixed feelings about this one. This was the first Smash Bros. That honestly kind of disappointed me. The amount of characters was amazing. Seeing Pac-Man, Mega Man, Little Mac, and more fighters battled out in one game was awesome to see. But it didn't make up for the single player content that was cut. I played the 3DS version first, and I honestly liked Smash Run. It kind of got old quickly, honestly, but it was still fun. Classic mode really confused me and just made me want to play classic mode on the older games. It is random for each character, however, your opponents are kind of grouped together and you can choose who to fight on this board. So it was mainly just randomized stages and characters you fought against, and it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. I'd rather the fighters just be chosen for me like Melee and Brawl. I get they wanted to switch up classic mode and not make it feel stale like the previous games, but that's why they call it classic mode, right? It's supposed to be the same. It's supposed to be classic. I'm just gonna say it. I hated Smash Tour. I didn't like it, but at least Smash 4 had event mode, all-star mode, and stadium. I did like that. I just wish I had a Wii U at the time to fully experience those modes. Again, I just played what I could, when I could on my friend's Wii U, so I can't really say much about this game, unfortunately. Okay, so this brings me to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I was so pumped for this game when they announced it. Here's a recreation of what my reaction was. What is that? I don't fucking care about Splatoon. What? Oh my god! And the build up to the game just got me even more pumped. This was my first Smash Bros. Game that included some of my wish list of fighters to actually be in the game. Like Piranha Plant! Nah, I'm joking. Honestly wanted King K. Rool, Young Link to return, Banjo and Kazooie, and Skull Kid from Majora's Mask. 3 and 4 ain't bad. Plus they added almost all the stages from the 64 and Melee, remastered and some completely redone. Things were looking absolutely fantastic for this game. I even pre-ordered the special edition with the Pro Controller and the Steelbook. I also got the Smash GameCube controller and adapter, so I was definitely prepared. I got the game when it came out, played the absolute shit out of it, and a month later I stopped playing it as much. Since I was already living on my own, I had no one to play it with most of the time. I resorted to single player modes and online. We all know how online went. After online, I beat classic mode with every single character, and every time I played it, it felt like something was constantly missing. I very quickly grew tired of the bonus levels at the end, or bonus level, as in singular, where you have to collect these orbs of light because it literally is the same maze for every single character. I'd just rather it be break the target or even a mode like getting trophies in the middle of the stage to win them. Instead it would be kind of spirits, of course, for Ultimate. I do like how each character might have a different boss at the end. Mario has Giga Bowser, Kirby has his own enemy from his game, and some bosses return for Brawl and other games. I thought that was cool. But that's basically classic mode. Once you beat it with one character, you don't have to beat classic mode again with the same character, since it doesn't change. Now Smash 64 had the exact same classic mode for every single character. Nothing changed, but at least it had break the targets and board the platform that was customized for each character. So at least there was something different for each character when you played it. This is the main reason I like classic mode better on Melee or Brawl. It was random every single time, no matter if you chose the same fighter, and break the target was special and unique to the fighter you chose. Only for Melee. Of course, Brawl's target smash was the same for every single fighter. It had 3 different levels. But that still kept me interested. I also hated the fact that they took away multiple stocks in Ultimate's classic mode. You only get 1 life in Ultimate. If you die, you have to start all over again unless you have a classic ticket or pay with coins. If you use the classic ticket, you can resume the game and nothing really changed. It's basically another stock, but classic tickets are much harder to obtain. If you pay with coins, it lowers the difficulty. I wish you could just change the settings in classic mode to give you the option of having multiple stocks at least. I know that this is just my confession that I suck at Smash Bros. Sometimes I do, alright? Let me just enjoy Smash Bros. By myself. Other than classic mode, you have Mob Smash and Home Run Contest. Mob Smash is basically multi-man melee, but they combined All-Star mode into Mob Smash. Why would they do this? All-Star mode was so fun on its own. It makes me just feel like multi-man melee but with playable fighters. I played this mode twice and quit. They also have Sentry Smash, which is basically multi-man melee with 100 opponents, and last but not least, Cruel Smash, which is exactly what it sounds like. At least I can admit that I killed myself that time. What disappointed me the most was probably All-Star mode. I was so disappointed that All-Star mode transformed into this on Ultimate. It would have been so fun playing the classic All-Star mode with all of these characters, all 70 fighters. That would have been amazing to see. It would have added a whole new single player mode, and what sucks the most is missing this music from All-Star mode on Melee. Sounds so good. Sounds so good. But instead, it's something that grows old very quickly, and it doesn't feel like All-Star mode to me anymore. Home Run Contest is basically still the same as it was in older Smash Bros. Games, which I do appreciate. They even added a cool cutscene of Sandbag flying into space. The developers actually added this mode with the 5.0.0 version update, which also saw the inclusion of DLC fighter Banjo and Kazooie. I appreciate this Home Run Contest mode was added, but if I had to choose, I would very much prefer a new single player mode like adventure mode or event matches. Don't get me wrong, Home Run Contest is fun, but again, once you play it once with one character, you've played it with all characters. Now this brings us to the last single player mode besides online and regular Smash mode, which is Spirits. I was so excited for this mode when it was revealed, but as the release dates for Smash Ultimate got closer and closer, I got less excited once I saw this.
When you do, you'll face off against a fighter whose abilities and personality are kinda sorta similar to the opposing spirit.
This is nothing like I expected. When I saw the amazing cutscene of all the fighters getting destroyed by the main boss, I was like, oh hell yeah, this is gonna be like Subspace Emissary or Adventure Mode on Melee. But it ended up being a basic game board that had specific paths to choose from. Now I cannot fathom the amount of work that was put into this mode. You can tell the developers weren't lazy with it. It's just not something I love. It was cool, I guess. I played it and beat it once. I didn't even try to collect all the spirits, do the special challenges, or unlock the multiple endings. I played it once, beat it, saw one ending, and that was it. I didn't want to beat it again or even try to get the different endings. Now this is very, very rare for me. I never beat a Smash Bros. Mode only once and never played again. Everything about Spirits mode was just underwhelming to me. The way that each quest or missions is just a fighter that is altered in a slightly different way to look or seem like the spirit they represent. I still think that is very clever, but it feels like I'm just playing a regular Smash mode with certain special attributes applied to the random characters, until you got to the end and fought the boss. Even then, you fought playable fighters and not the main boss the whole time. The fighters just looked out of place to me when I was roaming the board. It didn't feel complete to me. I also dislike Spirits mode because it replaced something that was so iconic to the Smash Bros. Series, and that of course is trophies. Trophies were so much fun to collect in previous games. They had descriptions detailing what game series the trophy was from or what character it was. I remember reading through each and every description in the trophies for Melee and Brawl and wanting to collect every single trophy so I could read everything. These trophies introduced game series I didn't even know existed or include characters from game series I'd known about but hadn't yet played but was now interested in playing because I saw the trophy. Spirits are just PNGs that have a shiny glow around it. Some of them are really cool, I guess, but fall very short compared to trophies. Now, I hate complaining about all of this because Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was developed in less than 3 years. 3 years. That is nothing short of incredible. It started development around February of 2016 and released in December of 2018. The biggest Nintendo franchise and biggest fighting game in the entire world took less than 3 years to make. Think about that. Look how tired this man looks. This game brought back every single fighter, almost every stage from the Smash Bros. Series, not considered a port, and added an entire adventure mode with hundreds of unlockable spirits. Maybe even, probably thousands. It's probably thousands. I think it's thousands of spirits. That is just mind-blowing to me. Smash Bros. Melee took approximately 13 months to make. That's amazing too, but Smash Ultimate had almost 3 times the fighters and over 3.5 times the stages as Smash Bros. Melee. I do not blame them that they didn't add more to Smash Ultimate. Honestly, I'm surprised of what they did add. They could have just ported over the Wii U version, but they decided to put extra content in the game and make it completely unique to the Switch, to try and make every fan happy. But it would be nice if they could add some extra single player modes in the future. Hell, I wouldn't care if they waited to add in one more mode until after the entire DLC Fighter Pack 2 was released. I just want something else. Extra fighters are very, very nice, they're really cool, but there are only so many times you can beat Classic mode or play online with one character. I would love to play something else just by myself, something unique, something just like event mode. That would be really cool, just seeing an event mode or event matches again. I would be completely invested in that for a while. Maybe I'm just hating on this game too much. Of course it's not as good to me as Brawl's Subspace Emissary, Melee's adventure mode or event mode, but that's only because I played Ultimate and constantly compared it to the other Smash Bros. Games I loved so dearly in the past. If you constantly compare something new to something that's old that you loved, especially if you're nostalgically biased, you won't be able to enjoy it. At least I admit this. If I had to rank Ultimate, it would be number 2 in my list of favorite Smash Bros. Games. Under Melee, of course. Melee's my personal number 1 favorite. Even with all the complaints I just said about Ultimate, it is definitely considered the ultimate Smash Bros. Game. It's the only game to include every single Smash Bros. Fighter to date, over 100 stages and adding 11 DLC fighters. If I showed my younger self the roster from Ultimate, I would say, damn, I'm still fucking ugly. And there's no way in hell I would believe it. I mean, this roster is absolutely insane. So I'm not going to comment on every single Nintendo video or Twitter post saying, put more in Smash Ultimate, because they have already included way more than what we deserved, way more than what we asked for. I'm just going to enjoy Ultimate every way that I can, and try not to compare it to the past games. And thank God Banjo was finally included. I will never try to ask more out of Masaru Sakurai again. But Nintendo, please put Skull Kid in Smash. I beg you. I will break my Switch if he's not in DLC Pack 2. Damn it, Nintendo! I want a refund!